There gets to a point in all our lives as creative where we just get creative block and don't know what to create anymore. Don't worry yourself, it happens to all of us. I'm going to show you the solution, how I deal with it and help those around me get out of this problem, alright? Don't go nowhere.
Well, I work off of energy, music philosophy, study for me strategy and make the world and follow it. I will not lose.
Good morning, good evening, and good night. My name is Eskapone and welcome back to my channel. In this two-part video, I'm going to show you 10 tips how to get out of creative block. It happens to all of us. There is not a creative soul out there who hasn't been in this situation. But I'm going to show you 10 tips on ways to get yourself out of it or motivated to get yourself back and get those creative juices rolling, all right? So pick up your notepads, your tablets, or your iPads, whatever you use to take notes. Take note of what we're about to say. Let's get it started. So here's my first tip. This one might seem like it's obvious, but you'd be surprised. Tip number one, take a break. Imagine you're so focused on getting whatever it is you're trying to create done, it's stressing you out. Your head's going in circles, you're feeling overworked. Just stop, breathe, take a break. I'm not talking about take a break and go on vacation. I'm saying take 5 minutes out, look out the window, get yourself a beverage, a cool beverage, a hot beverage, get yourself something to eat. Do something completely different from the task at hand. Like just stop what you're doing and take a break. You'd be surprised how many people I know who got deadlines and literally just stressing themselves out. If you take 5 minutes away from the task at hand, it's like you give yourself 5 minutes to recuperate, get your mind back in order, and guess what? It will work out for you. So tip one, take a break, okay? Which then leads me on to tip number two. This one might seem a bit controversial, but a lot of people don't realize being creative is a process. Things don't always come out perfect the first time. So tip number two, allow yourself to make mistakes. Here's what I'm saying. An idea is never the best idea the first time round. Sometimes an idea has to grow. You have to plant the seed, you have to experiment, you have to try new things, and then the idea grows. Then you'll see whatever it is you're creating becomes the substance that you're trying to make it into. You see what I'm saying? Allowing yourself to make mistakes is allowing yourself to know what works and what doesn't. No one is perfect the first time. A dancer will not come up with a routine just out the blue and say, boom, that's it, class, learn that. No, they will practice. They'll practice by themselves. Allow themselves to say, okay, this movement works, this movement flows into an X. A singer, they will make mistakes in the quiet of the rehearsal room or the house, wherever they practice. They will make mistakes and then the gem will be formed, okay? So tip number two is what I'm gonna tell all of you. Allow yourself to make mistakes and then those creative juices will just start to flow. Trust me, allow yourself to make mistakes. Which then leads me on to tip number three. So my advice for tip number three is go somewhere different. I know what you're thinking. Is that it? Yes. Our subconscious minds needs to imagine new things, but our conscious minds needs to see new things. You see what I mean? If we see something new, our subconscious minds will jump in and imagine new possibilities. If we're stuck in the same room, as far as we're concerned, the room is our world. There is nothing outside of it. But if you jump out that box, see something brand new, a whole world of new possibilities will come to you just like that. Subconscious mind will go on overdrive and say, wow, with this information, I could do this and then do this. And you'll be surprised what you'll be creating in no time. My advice again, tip number three, go somewhere different, okay? Trust me. Which then follows on to tip number four, all right? Learn from others. The truth is, You might have a creative block because you don't know enough about what you're trying to create. You might be new at what you're creating. Like, you might be a new singer. You might be a new graphic designer. You might be a new web designer. And the reason why you have a creative block is because you basically just don't know enough. Yeah, it's quite simple. So tip number 4, learn from others. Like, how can I put it? A foolish man believes he knows everything, but a wise man knows he knows nothing at all. So take the time, study from those who came before you, and you'll see you might take what they've done from the past and create something new for the future and become the best at what it is you're trying to be. All right? Tip number 4, learn from others. And the final one for this video, tip number 5. This one's probably the most difficult for most creatives, especially the stubborn creatives out there. Like, a lot of creatives, once they've put their mind to something, they want to see it through. But sometimes that's the problem. You're a hindrance to your own progress. So tip number 5, don't be afraid to let go of an idea. Yeah. If the idea is not working for you, there's a reason for it. It might not be something you can finish now. It might be just a bad idea. Like, whatever you're trying to create might not actually be possible at this time. So let go of an idea, move on and create something else. Don't let one idea stop you creating another 10 down the line, all right? Don't let one idea be your hindrance. Creative block is a hindrance, especially for the creative community. So tip number 5, don't be afraid to let go of an idea, okay? Those were the first 5 tips out of the 10 tips to get yourself out of creative block. If you want to hear the next 5, make sure you check out the next video to be released after this one. And don't forget, being a creative means you will have creative block at some point in your creative career. But don't let it stress you out. Just take the first 5 tips I gave you and just try them out. What you got to lose, okay? But hold on. Before you click onto another video of mine, click that subscribe button down there. And don't forget, press that bell. Press it. Go on, press the bell. It costs you nothing. It's what helps the channel grow. So until next time, you guys stay blessed, stay beautiful. I'm Sinister Eskapone, and I'm out.